What's going on, Capricorn, aka Cap City? What's up, Cap City? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you your June 2021 solar return reading. This reading is about the solar return coming on June 10th. It's like a new moon on steroids, okay? New moons are all about new manifestations, new life, starting over. It's like a refresh. It's like you get a do-over, all right? And so because it's a solar eclipse, did I say solar return? Forgive me if I said solar return. Because it's a solar eclipse, it's on steroids. It's an extra potent new moon. So you definitely want to take advantage. If you don't do manifestations or affirmations, you may want to change your tune with this energy, because this is energy that can set the pace for the rest of the year. Okay, because these energies are going to be potent until, on average, around November, when we have the next lunar eclipse. Okay, so let me get you a rune that represents that energy here that you would be dealing with. The solar eclipse is going to be in the house of Gemini. For you, that is your, oh, this, damn, who else got that? Somebody else got that. I forget who it is, but it's your 6th house, my love. Okay, so you got Gemini there. I'm sorry, you got Mercury. Yeah, you do got Gemini there. It's the house of Gemini. That's your 6th house for you. All right, Mercury is in retrograde there. Okay, so that's one. The sun is there because, you know, it's Gemini season. So wherever the sun is, that's what season we're in. So the sun's in Gemini, so we know it's Gemini season. Okay, Gemini season lasts for another couple weeks, another 2-3 weeks. But we got the sun there, right? And then we got Mercury retrograde there. So we know what Mercury retrograde is about. If you don't know what Mercury retrograde is about and how it's affecting you, take a look at the video that I did for you for Capricorn Mercury retrograde reading. All right. Now, not only do we have the sun there and we have Mercury retrograde there, we also now have the solar eclipse there. All right, so that's the moon. So you got the sun and moon in the same house, which is beautiful, because what it does is it puts your emotions and your actions balance. It gives you more balanced thinking, and as a result of more balanced thinking, your actions are more in balance as well. So that's beautiful energy. All right. So when we're talking about the 6th house, we're talking about self-discipline. Okay, we're talking about your pets. We're talking about your work ethic. Okay, we're talking about your health, my friend. Okay, we're talking about what goes on with you at work, with, you know, how you get along at work with your employees and your employer and your co-workers and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, the 6th house definitely deals with discipline, and it deals with health. Those are the most important things, and habits. It also deals with open enemies. Okay. The 6th house is open enemies, where the opposite energy of the 12th house is your silent enemies or your hidden enemies. Okay, so I'm not using tarot cards in this particular reading. I'm blessed to be able to read with other forms or use other things as divination tools. So I'm going to be using runes. Okay, so this rune here is called Dagaz. It's spelled D as in David, A, G as in go, A, Z as in zebra. There are 25 runes in total. Each rune has its own unique symbol. So this one represents the 24th rune. All right, so for me, 2 plus 4 is 6. It talks about the 6th house, where all of this energy is for you. So that's great. So let's see what we need to be focused on here. So we're talking about transformation. Okay, we're talking about polarities, opposites, yin and yang, and that's beautiful because the sun and the moon is the ultimate yin and yang. So this is definitely bringing balance in that area of your life, the 6th house of your life, the 6th house area of your life. So we're also talking about counterbalance, enlightenment, change. We're talking about reversing energy, balancing forces, being about change or bringing about change, self-transformation, as different as night and day. Dawning of a new day, the caterpillar becomes a butterfly, opposing sides in balance, self-transformation, growth, changing one's points of view, switching sides, and major life changes. So major life changes talk about transformation, right? So we got transformative energy here, and we have the balancing out of energies. Okay, we have that clarify with the thief energy. Oops, sorry. We have that clarify with the thief energy. Okay, And then we also have that clarified with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This is your energy, Capricorn energy. All right, it's in reverse. This is Uno cards. It's in reverse because the Uno is reverse. So that's why I say it's the Two of Pentacles. Pentacles to me represents money. Money represents green. So this is why this is my Two of Pentacles in reverse card for this deck. So we're talking about the transformation and the balancing out of energies. I feel like with this Thief energy here, this is you doing this internally. Like nobody knows that you're going through this transformation, right? Because the Thief energy is an energy of, you know, when you think about the lunar, you think about the moon, you're thinking about at night. So I feel like for a lot of you, you may want to pay attention to your dreams. They could be revealing to you in reference to your transformative energy. The Two of Pentacles in reverse talks about an energy of, it could talk about not being able to commit to something, not being able to commit to a particular idea or a situation, but it could also talk about making a decision about something. So either you're not able to make a decision or you've made a decision. Or you can't choose, one or the other. So some of you may be feeling as if, you know, you can't choose between one energy or another. So it's a transformation that you're going through right now. So you may be feeling as if, okay, I'm not sure what to do. That energy is going to clear up, especially with the sun and the moon coming into the 6th house. So some of you may be like, damn, I don't understand why I can't stick to a workout regimen. What the hell's going on? That energy is going to start clearing up for you. Okay, some of you may be feeling like, damn, I don't understand why I'm having problems at work, or I don't understand what's going on with work, or this or that and that and this in reference to work. Or it could just be about your work ethic. Like, damn, I don't have no concentration whatsoever. Some of you, you're going to get more balanced. And so you're going to be able to focus and concentrate on whatever efforts you are working on, whether it's at work or whether you're working on a project at your work with coworkers and colleagues, or whether you are a business owner and you're trying to focus on some projects and get some projects done. Maybe you were not as disciplined before, but I feel like now that energy is switching for you, especially with the sun and moon in the 1st house. I mean, in the 6th house for you. So some of you are going to be more focused, even keeled. You know, your energy is going to be at an equilibrium. You're no longer going to be in a situation where you're not able to commit to things, you know, or you can't keep a commitment to things, right? So, for example, I'm a Capricorn moon, and, you know, my 6th house is crazy the way it's set up. It's like I have Aries there, and I have no planets there. So when it comes to me sticking to a workout regimen, I could get started, and when I'm working out, I'm on my grind, but it don't last. You know, I get to maybe 3 months the most, and then I fall off, if I even go that long. So I'm always getting on the horse, falling off, getting on the horse in reference to my discipline, in reference to working out. So what's going to happen is, you know, I'm in ascension process right now. I'm in transformation, which is this card here, and I'm using myself because I'm a Capricorn moon, and this may help you to understand these energies. So, you know, I'm going through a transformation right now. I'm going through my ascension process. And what I'm doing is I'm digging deep to try to figure out what's blocking me. So, you know, me looking at my chart, I understand it's because I don't have nothing in the 6th house. There's no planet there, you know. So this is why if I pull up my basic chart, you won't see Aries in my chart. That's because there's no planet there. So I have no planet ruling that. So, you know, this is why, you know, things are not consistent. And if there was a planet there, it would be more consistent. So some of you, depending on what you have in the 6th house in your natal chart, also helps. But right now we got Mercury there. So this is you reminiscing and thinking back about why. Why is this happening at my job? Or why is this happening at my workplace? Or why am I not disciplined in this area of work or this area of study? Some of you, it's about studying. You know, maybe you want to go back to school, but you just ain't got it in you right now. It's like, I don't got it in me. I just got out of I just did a master's. I want my PhD, but I ain't got time. That's how I was feeling. Like I don't got the work. I don't got the work ethic. You know, I bust my ass to get done with my master's, and it's like, yeah, I wanted to go for the PhD. I thought about it, but now that I'm done, it's just like shit. I don't know if I got the energy. So I've been out of my master's program for a while now, for a few years, and it's like, okay, do I really want to do the PhD? Do I want to go back to school for another 6 to 8 years? You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you want to go, like, do you really want to do that? And it's like, do you have the discipline for it and things like that? So some of you, you're thinking about what it is. Whatever it is for you, you're thinking about it, right? And you're going to make a decision on it, and it's going to be based on you having a logical mind. So for those projects and those things that are difficult for you to accomplish or to stick to, now is a good time in reference to your affirmations, and since you're going through transformation, to really think about those things and try to figure out what's keeping you. At least if you know what's keeping you, then you can figure out what your approach would be. Because for some of you, it's just not being able to commit to something. Maybe it's eating right, maybe it's working out, maybe it's committing to a particular project that you know you wanted to work on, whether it's a grad degree or an undergrad degree or something for a certificate or a diploma, whether it's, if you want a pet or not, or if you don't want pets, any of that type of stuff. So with that being said, let's see what energies you may need to, that could help you transform in this energy. So we have, this came out for somebody else too, the outlook. So it's all about changing your outlook on a situation. Okay. So the outlook card talks about worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, ROLE, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, first impressions. So it's all about changing your look or outlook on a situation. Once you dig deep and dive deep with that Mercury retrograde energy to find out what the issue is, for me, I had to look at my chart because I could never figure out why I can't stick to a exercise regimen. And so now I understand why. It's an affliction in my chart. So now that I know that, I have to change my perspective on things and change my approach and change my outlook. So I was wondering why I could never commit to a workout plan 5 days a week every single day or whatever type of workout regimen. I would do it for a month or two and then quit. Or for some of you, it could be overindulgences. Self-control is what rules the sixth house. So it could be if you have alcohol addiction, a drug addiction, gambling addiction, food addiction. Like that Mercury retrograde energy is going to be key for you to find out what it is that's holding you back. Check the other retrograde readings as well, because that's going to be key for you to figure out what it is that's holding you back. Okay. Also look at your sixth house. What's going on in your sixth house? What planet do you have there? Like when you look at your natal chart, do you have a planet there? If you don't, do you have a sign there? If you don't have a planet in your sixth house, that could be a lot of the reason why you're having issues doing something or not doing something related to work or discipline. Okay. So check that out. But yeah, it's all about finding out what the issue is and then changing your outlook, and that way that you will change your approach, right? And in that way you may be more successful. So with that being said, Cap City, that's what I got for you. Make sure you check out the eclipse, the solar eclipse reading that I did. I went really into depth in reference to some of the things that we as a planetary community are going to be experiencing, whether we see other people experiencing it or whether we're experiencing it, just in general. The video, I believe, is almost an hour long, but it gets into detail, okay, about the alignments, what alignments are going to be affecting us and why. If you're into affirmations and manifestations, you definitely want to take advantage on June 10th, 11th, and 12th, where the energy is most potent, to write down your manifestations, write your affirmations. You have the sixth house where this energy is at. So if you want it to be more potent and really work, manifest based on what's going on in your sixth house. Okay, you can manifest for anything you want, but you want the planets to work with you, and you want to work with the planets. So if you have a solar eclipse, which is a new moon on steroids, and we know new moons are all about writing new manifestations to bring things into your life, then you want to use the planets in a sense where it's going to give you more of what you want. And so since it's in the sixth house for you, look at the energies of the sixth house. What's going on in the sixth house? And then figure out what your issue is with that particular area of your life. And then write manifestations to help you to better yourself, right? So the energy is most potent on the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th, the first 3 nights. But I feel like because it's a one on steroids, you probably have a whole week to use that lunar energy. Okay, so please use it. All right, if you resonate with this reading, click the like button. If you want to share how it resonates in the comments, feel free to do so. I'm cracking down on the comments heavily because we have a lot of disrespectful people coming in lately, thinking they could just bully the channel, bully me. I ain't never been one to be bullied. But, people do that on the internet because they're not face to face with you. So, you know, I'm cracking down on these internet bullies because I don't have time for it, and I don't want anybody in my community to feel disrespected. Oh, all Capricorns ain't shit and this and that. No, we getting rid of them type of comments too. People are being blocked. So if you're not talking about how a reading resonates with you or how it resonates with someone you know, or you're not saying something positive or something that's just, as long as it's not negative and disrespectful to anybody, whether it's to me, to how I read, or to anybody in the community, whatever, put your comment. But we're not dealing with that disrespectful shit. It's a lot of planets going in a retrograde. People going to be in their feels. Readings are going to trigger them. And, that's for you to deal with. If you need help, reach out. But don't yell and be nasty to people because that's not going to get you help. That's just going to get you isolated and more frustrated, right? And you're bringing your own karma to yourself. So with that being the case, I know y'all are not the ones, but I'm just letting you know if you've seen these comments and stuff like that, it's going to be, you're not going to see too much of them for a period of time. And if you see something that you feel is disrespectful, email me because maybe I didn't see it because I do look at the comments and you know how I am, Cap City. I interact with y'all all the time. So if you see something disrespectful or rude, let me know. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading.